easiest way to get into the meditative state is to begin by listening. If you simply close your eyes and allow yourself to hear all the sounds that are going on around you, just listen to the general hum, buzz of the world, as if you were listening to music. Don't try to identify the sounds you're hearing. Simply close your eyes. So-called outside world and the so-called inside world come together.
Good morning and welcome to Namibia, more specifically the Beyond the Ultimate Desert Ultra, a 250 kilometre race over 5 days. It's now the morning of day 2 and I'm working with the media team and we are taking photos of some of the action that's unfolding. It's a warm one today, but it's not as warm as it has been. The vehicle sensor for the temperature is 32 degrees. We've got a little bit of cloud cover today. Yesterday, temperatures hit like 43 degrees, so it was really tough for the runners. But in previous years, we've seen like 50 degrees plus, and I cannot imagine what that would feel like. So a few days ago, we landed in Windhoek, the capital of Namibia, and got the 4x4s, met all the runners, headed out into the desert. You saw the clips from the base camp on the night before the start and those spectacular sunset clips. What a place. Absolutely stunning. Yesterday was amazing, coming over towards camp at night 1, and that was a great little spot in a riverbed just there. I am speechless. Once again, on a Beyond the Ultimate event, I am speechless. So we are ahead of the pack now. We've made our way through the field, and Bjorn, the main photographer here, has been taking pictures of everyone as we've come up. He's got his drone out there now, and we are here to capture the battle for first place. It's unfolding. It really is unfolding today. Yesterday was a tough one for the runners. Shocked the system with it being the first day, 43 degrees, and even hotter perhaps with some of the rock and the heat radiating. It must have been crazy, but everyone really pushed and the majority of people made it to the finish. But pretty much everyone is back out on the course today, even those that didn't make it to the end yesterday or have come out again for another go at it today. This is our noble steed, the Ford Ranger hire vehicle. We've already had one puncture before we even got started, really. Rubbish road tyres.
Well, I worked at machining. Yeah.
Yeah, Shane.
Well done, Shane.
Water in this one, Shane?
In this one, please.
Oh, in that one. Got fresh water in there, mate.
We'll see.
Right. I'm just going to douse it over your shirt.
Yeah.
12, yep.
Yeah, could it?
Yeah, you know the add some glue. Yeah. Yeah.
Well done. Can we jump? Yeah.
for a production line. Look at that for a production line.
Welcome to the camp at the end of day 2 on the Desert Ultra. What a day it's been. It's nice and cool now, there's a bit of a breeze. The sun has set off in the distance there, but it's been a really hot day. Not quite as hot as the day before, I don't think, because we were like into the mid 40s, but it's been low 40s today. Between checkpoint 2 and 3, the heat radiating from the rock in the ground was just intense, but the guys have had a tough one, but nearly everyone is in now. We're just waiting for 3 more runners and then everyone can relax, fix themselves, recharge, reboot, and then we go again tomorrow. Bjorn and I have been up and down the course taking pictures, and for me it's been an absolutely spectacular day. I've really enjoyed it. Tomorrow is 40 kilometers, so slightly shorter than today and yesterday. They were 50 kilometers, and the camp tomorrow is in another dry riverbed like this one. But in previous years they've seen giraffe and they've seen elephants. The elephants even came into the camp during the night and walked up the riverbed foraging for food, so I'm really hoping we get to see them. In previous years they've also seen rhino and heard stories about lions, but couldn't confirm that one. I've seen ostrich so far, still good, but I'm really hoping that we get those elephants tomorrow. What a place. What a desolate but beautiful place in its own right. I was saying it was a lot like the Australian outback, but it's really got its own unique beauty. It really has. A little bit cloudy now, which is good. Might hold a little bit of the heat overnight and make it quite warm for sleeping. I've been sleeping in the back of the 4x4. The guys have got tents, so have the team actually, but Andy, one of the team, recommended to me that I should sleep in the 4-wheel drive with my head sticking out the back and just looking up at the stars, and that's what I've been doing. Partly because of that, but also, you could call it laziness, you could call it efficiency, whatever you will. I've got my bedspread rolled out basically. My bivy bag with my sleeping mat, sleeping bag, pillows and all the other stuff you could need, just rolled up in the back. So all I have to do is open it out and I'm good to go. So yeah, efficiency really. What a place, I love it. It's been good, it's only day 2. Only day 2. I'm trying to do as much talking as I can, but because we're doing photography and there's other things going off behind the scenes with the race, and yeah, I'll do as much as I can, but to try and paint a picture of what it's like here. Good morning and welcome to day 3, stage 3 of the Desert Ultra 2023. So Bjorn's hanging out the back. We're driving down the riverbed. And all's well above the world. All the runners are looking good this morning. All I've got to do now is stop Bjorn from falling out and don't get bogged in the riverbed. There's Bjorn doing his thing. There's an intense battle with the leading ladies today, so he's trying to capture all the action. It's very soft sand here. Trying to stay off the main racing line. There's some distinct vehicle tracks that go up, but the guys are running on that, so we want to be just at the side of them to get some good shots. So it's a low range 4-wheel drive morning. If these guys can do 10 kilometers an hour in soft sand, that's some pretty good going. Although most are electing to run on the more compact sand on the riverbank there. I'm having one of those moments again, thinking back to my old job, and then fast forward to now, I'm driving a 4-wheel drive through a riverbed in Africa. Okay, fair enough. I'll take that. There's Sheila, there's Muriel, and Ellie's just up ahead. Right, it's time to boost to CP1. Bjorn's got all the stuff out the back. You didn't fall off, mate, well done.
Yeah.
Right. We're out of the riverbed now, so we can't be very far from the CP.
Morning, guys.
Here come the leading guys. Steve, Max, and Shane in the background there. I've got Bjorn's camera ready to film Ellie as she sets off from CP1 just there. Bjorn is going to attempt to fly the drone underneath this tree here. Morgan's having a driving lesson today, an off-road driving lesson. Oh. Back we go. So Simon and the guys went through the tree, so we've got to go through the tree. I mean, the excess is on my credit card, so this is all at my own risk. We did it. Bjorn's out on foot now doing his thing. That is the Brandberg Mountain in the background there. We found a really good vantage point now. The Brandberg in the background, with some rocks in the foreground, and the runners heading along the trail just in front. CP2 is just in the distance, and most of this morning so far has been in that riverbed. It dipped out probably about 2 kilometers before CP2, so, well, yeah, that must have sapped some serious energy running in that riverbed, but it's all part of the fun. I really should keep a lookout because this is snake country. One of the runners saw a snake this morning just off the riverbed, and I think we've seen a couple over the last few days, but I'll keep an eye out here. Rocky sort of outcrops, yeah, snake country indeed. Bjorn got all the way to the top of that little outcrop up there and realised there was no memory card in his camera. Another thing that we've seen in camp as well are scorpions. The guys, local guys, have got ultraviolet lights, so we've been on scorpion hunt at night, and yeah, they really do shine up. So I'll try and get some of that on video actually. That'd be really good to see. But look at that. I'll get my ugly mug out of the way and give you a better view of the mighty Brandberg. Traffic jam out in the desert. Looking good, Max.
How are you going?
Yeah.
Thanks. So until the end of the race, this is all the electrolytes you have. Any salt?
So we
Yes, spine legend Gary Chapman. How's it going, Gary?
All right.
Good to see you, mate. Doing well. I'm back out on the course again. Base camp is just a few hundred meters that away to the north in this riverbed here, but there's been sightings of elephants just further to the west. There's a lodge apparently about 2 or 3 kilometers up, and they bring tour groups up and down here looking for the elephants, and apparently they've seen them and they were heading this direction. So my fingers are firmly crossed, but my job for the next few hours will be to escort any runner that comes into camp. So they're going to walk or run in front of the vehicle, and I'll follow them and pip the horn if they need to jump in if we do see them. I mean, I'm hoping we see them in a safe manner. But what a day it's been. It's been a very, very hot, and some of the guys are saying it's potentially broken a record. It's been mid to high 40s. So I've just got back in the car because I've already recorded this once, but it's quite windy out, but with that heat, it's like standing in a hairdryer. Although it's manageable, but yeah. The only reason I've re-recorded it is because the wind noise ruined the shot, but yeah. Let's hope we see those elephants. It will absolutely make my year if we do. So please, universe, come on, serve it up. But having said that, it's been an amazing year. So if we don't see elephants, I've already had potentially the best year of my entire life. So yeah. Right. Please, elephants. See a little dust devil blowing. And many little hurricane there. Dust devil, incoming, incoming. Ah! There he goes. God, that was like the film Twister. Whew. I didn't collect any scientific data either. All I did was collect some of the desert in my teeth. I feel like I'm in an old western stood near this thing. Every now and then it like changes direction and cranks up with a creaky sort of rusty squeak. It's strange, this place. 1 minute it's blowing like a gale force wind, and the next minute it's all quiet. Almost too quiet. I'm keeping my eyes thoroughly peeled, but there's no sign of any elephants just yet. So base camp is just through those trees there. My location that I'm watching from is just there. There's the windmill, and the sun is setting on the third day. Just been relaxing from my vantage point down there near the windmill, which is now stopped again. Listening to Ludovico Einaudi whilst watching the sunset. I can't think of many things more relaxing. The sun's almost gone, and here's Jenny in the distance, just there. Jenny is an absolute legend. So Gert from Karimbi Expeditions, who is our local guy that helps us put the race on, he's been a drive up to the lodge and he's seen the elephants with his own eyes now, and they're about 1.5 kilometers up to the west. So they're heading in our direction, slowly grazing apparently. I will keep my eyes peeled. Right, so some of the guys have just been up to recce a little bit further up, and there's a small one and a monster one apparently just over there. So is this it? Let's find out. There it is.
It's a big one.
Right there.
Turn around to radio base camp, and so that we know, but they're coming this way, so they'll probably pass the base camp. You can quickly drive there.
We're heading around the side for a better look. There it is. So there's two just in the bushes just there. You can't really see them because I've not got my good camera with me. I've left that base camp so they can take finish line photos. But they are there. Right there. There's base camp. The other guys are following me in.
We're heading to the city. 90% to upload some video. Yeah, upload some video. It's one of the medics coming with us.
Oh, I see the baby.
I knew they wouldn't fail.
Good morning and welcome to day 4. Vehicle parking in the shade is at a premium this morning, as is runner seating in the shade. The runners' tents are packed away and everyone's shading under the big tarp, big canopy here. The medics are patching everyone up.
Well, you're working harder than me.
Seed pods. Desert cricket. No running, burpees. It's now around about 11 o'clock in the morning and we're going to start in half an hour. So it's a delayed start today. It's a shorter stage, but the sneaky thing is getting the runners to set off at the hottest part of the day. So yeah, it's another hot one. There's a little bit of a breeze down here, but not anything to mention really. It's not really doing much. Last night we had the elephants come through camp again. You may have seen that video, courtesy of Gary Chapman, thank you very much. The elephants just walk up and down by the sounds of it, at either side, in amongst the greenery, just foraging constantly. But there's lots of signs of elephants here, shall we say. It really is stunning down here, it really is. The Brandberg Mountain is looking spectacular once again today. And just over there, there's a hanging stone, a boulder that looks like it's going to fall at any moment. They're not very hard to track. Oh, another one there, another one there, another one there. around about 10 o'clock last night, one of the runners had a bit of a fright. They were just heading to the toilets back there, and then there was an elephant there in the dark, and it trumpeted. She turned back round and very casually walked back to the camp. But everyone heard it, so they turned the lights off, and yeah, they could just see them wandering up here. So I can see probably like, it looked like 2 elephants looking at the tracks that we've got in this area here. Converges just there, and then they split off again.
We call this the Damara Dash. This is going to be the shortest stage. 22 Ks today, let's call it 22 and a half, just because we ended a little shorter yesterday. So we're going to make our way through the sand over here, then you're going to pop up onto a trail. It's a slight incline up for about half of the day, then it's kind of flat, and then downhill into camp.
And they're off. I've just been using Bjorn's camera to capture some of the action from the start line. Time to get on the road, but more importantly, get in that aircon. Off we go. Bjorn's in the back, ready to shoot some pictures.
Could wait a second and leave a little bit later, and then run with the other one.
And in. Just so you know where it goes. Yeah,
Yep, that's pretty warm.
checkpoint like 200 meters. We'll be in the shade.
Now this is Australian outback style. The red dirt.
Yes.
I think Steve might make this.
Well done.
Same
Good
time.
job, guys. Well done.
2:15.
Well done, boys. Woo!
Thanks, that's really helpful.
So we needed to find some signal to upload some race reports and photos and stuff like that. We've gone seriously off piste. How epic the Bramberg Mountain looks this evening. We're hoping if we climb this hill that the mobile signal coming over from the town called Lewis might be within reach. What a day it's been. 53 degrees in Top Tower today. That is crazy. 53 degrees feels similar to like 43 degrees to be fair. But yeah.
Oh, if we can get a bit.
I want you to listen to the sound of my voice just as if it were noise. Don't try to make any sense out of what I'm saying. You don't have to try to understand anything. Simply close your eyes.
What a day it's been today. I don't actually know what day of the week it is really. Going on the race calendar is a Friday, I think, but what a day it's been. I don't think the runners really thought, it's not a huge stage today, but with the temperature, A few have really struggled actually, but everyone made it to the finish, which is the main thing. Stunning evening, the sun's finally set, the temperature is dropping, there's a nice breeze, so hopefully people should get a decent sleep. I was going to say good night sleep, but we're not going to be sleeping for the full night because we'll be getting up at 2 AM because they start at 4. It's a 91 kilometre stage tomorrow, the longest of any BTU race. And yeah, it's going to be a grueler. I think it's called the grind stage, and it will be a grind. There's a cut-off at 7 PM for checkpoint 7, and I believe that's 70 kilometres in as well. And that's the short course cut-off. So if they don't make it there, and they set off at 4, so that gives them 15 hours to get there. Only time will tell who makes the short course and who makes the long. It's going to be a good one. Well, that's my bed set up for the night.
Keep doing the little things. Take advantage of these early hours while it feels like this and not like it felt like in the middle of the day yesterday. Take advantage of that. Move as well as you can. Cover as much ground as possible during these early morning hours. Trust me, it's the right play.
The runners are ready for the final day. Stars in the sky. Almost 4 AM. Let's do this. There's Adam in the vehicle. Come on, Bjorn. Come on, Bjorn. Go, 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 go! You sat on my porridge. We're in hot pursuit of the race director car. Bit of a tricky bit on the way up the dune here. The car in front is a little bit bogged, so they're trying to reverse back and take a run up at this particular spot. I'm determined I'm not going to get bogged. Well, we made it through the tricky bit, and Bjorn needs a new spine now. We just absolutely hammered it, and yeah, we made it through, no problem. I think everything in the back of the vehicle is going to be upside down now, but that is totally fine. We made it through and we didn't get bogged. So, yeah. Here's the rest of the gang.
Do whatever you like right here. Do whatever you like!
We're winching, we're winching.
Then later on, you will be able to do all drugs. Clap on the front. Yes, like that.
One more, Harvey, one more.
Epic.
Awesome, Max. Hey! You need anything? No.
Water, good? No. All right, keep going straight. Yep.
Yes, Jules! Hey! Well done, Ariel! Yes, Kim!
Yes, Kim.
Go on, Craig!
Yes, Jenny! Jenny!
Hi, hi, hi.
Wow! Awesome! Come on in, Jen. Get some water, yeah?
CP2. Sunrise on the 5th day. Look to the east. The sun is now rising. It's been a good few hours for the runners out there. Around about 20 degrees, so that's a nice respite from the running in the daytime. But It's going to heat up from now onwards. I can see Jenny in the distance. She is absolutely smashing it again today. CP2 in the background. It's going to be another hot one. This is it.
Thank you.
Sit down.
Well, that was a great climb in the vehicle there. Bjorn spotted this track heading up to the top of this hill. And yeah, you really, once you were committed, that was it. There was no stopping or turning around. It was very steep. So it's going to make for an interesting descent. But wow, what a rush. The drive to CP1 this morning in the dark, seriously sandy, deep sand in places, but that was really fun. Look at this landscape. That is steeper than it looks, believe me. So, I don't know what these tracks are in this dried up mud. But one thing I do know is that there are supposed to be rhinos in this area. It's now very, very warm. Bjorn and I have been hanging out in this little canyon here for the last hour or so, just taking pictures of the lead crew as they came through. Some droppings there. Any footprint or dropping experts out there, please let us know. Well, I thought I was in a western the other day. I'm definitely in one now. Keep expecting to see Blondie, Clint Eastwood, riding on horseback. This bit's like being on Mars. It's red, but then it like goes to like a grey sort of green colour. So amazing. I was going to say crazy then, but it's not. It's just absolutely astonishing. I've never ever seen anything like it. How it can change from every 100 meters. The geology changes. You can go from like a desert plain, gravelly sort of like gritty bit, then down into like boulder fields, and then back out again into like shaly sort of slate. I'm not making any sense, but the landscape doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? It's crazy. I love it. Just look at this place. We've made it to the next checkpoint, and this is the place that they call Hyena's Den. It's much cooler under here. In fact, it's really quite pleasant, but just look at that landscape. Yeah, I'm still speechless.
Awesome, Steve.
We've made it down to the finish line. We've just put the flags up and we're awaiting the arrival of our first runner. It could be Steve, it could be Shane, it could be Max, who knows? But the way it stands at the moment, over the last few days, Shane has built up a lead over Steve of around about 10 minutes. So Steve has to be 10 minutes ahead of Shane to take the victory, but we'll soon see. Ellie is way ahead of the female race at the minute, probably around about an hour ahead of Sheila. I'm not 100% sure how far ahead she is in the female race, but it's been a spectacular battle in the female race too. Ellie, Sheila and Muriel are 3 excellent runners. A huge hats off to every last runner out there actually, because it's been so warm again today. That lunar Martian landscape is crazy, surreal, and the drive down that canyon was amazing. Probably the best bit of 4-wheel driving all week, and I'm pleased to say we didn't write the vehicle off, so we've only got to get back to the higher place tomorrow, and then my credit card, my excess is safe. You can see the birds just dipping down to collect water from that little pond there. I'm not sure if you can see it there, but look at the colour of my legs. I'm ready for a shower. They were clean this morning in my defence. That's just sun cream and dirt being whipped up. There he goes. Little baboon drinking at a little puddle that we've got here. The sun is now setting, and thankfully the temperature is dropping quite quickly actually, which is good. The wind is fading as well, and we've had Steve, Max and then Shane come across the finish line, and now I can see Ellie and I think Robin. So this is the rhino camp down in the valley here. I believe the little station there is a Save the Rhino station. We've seen some of the Save the Rhino guys out today. When I had a chat to one of them, they said that the rhinos are about 10 or 15 kilometres to the east from the position that we were around about CP4. But we've seen the baboons and the elephants, so.
You've earned this one today. You've earned this one. Just look at him. Yeah!
So, once again I forgot to record an outro, but after 5 days in the desert it was time for a shower. We got everyone loaded up in the vehicles and headed back to Vindic. It took around about 6 hours, but once again, the drive back was absolutely spectacular. Back in Vindic, we had a celebratory meal and a few drinks. Adam did his thing, awarded all the prizes, and then, yeah, we returned the vehicles, and this was the state of one of the tyres from the other vehicles. That pool was something I've been looking forward to for the whole week. Then it was time to leave. The flight was full of other desert ultra runners. I flew back home via Ethiopia and landed back in the UK just as the sun was rising. Then it was time to get on the London Underground, and I was perhaps hotter there than I had been in Namibia. After that, train back to Sheffield and the adventure was finished. As always, thanks for watching. I'll speak to you all again soon. Bye for now.